Okay, students, so as promised, here is problem 2. Sorry it's up so late. We were having a few technical difficulties. If you were in my 5th, 6th, or 7th period, you understand what I'm talking about. So if we sit here and we read the problem, which you should already have, okay, I give you 4 numbers. But if you notice, I didn't give you Frida's number. So I went ahead and put an X right there. Can one of you two tell me what that X means or what that X is?
There's not a number, so we can't label it.
Okay. So what do we call that? What vocabulary word is that?
Variable.
Very good. It is a variable because a variable is a letter that represents an unknown
Number.
Fabulous. Okay, so number 1 asks us to add 5 6 plus 1/4. Now, can I do that just by looking at it?
No.
What do I have to do?
Touchdown.
I have to do my touchdown because I have to find a what?
Common denominator.
By finding a
Least common multiple.
very good. So if I sit here and I do all of my work, I realize that my least common multiple is 12. And then I have to create equivalent fractions, and I have to remember that if I do it to the bottom, I have to
Do it to the top.
fabulous. Y'all just almost were in sync right there. Okay, so then I do all of my math, and then what kind of fraction do I get?
Improper fraction.
It is an improper fraction. Very good. So I have to change it to a
Proper number.
mixed number with a proper fraction in it, right? Okay, so, and I use what to do that?
Touchdown. Oh, the
Other T.
Tybo.
Tybo, top and bottom out, because that fraction bar means to do what?
That's what it stands for?
Divide. So it's 13 divided by 12. Tybo. Top and bottom
I
out.
didn't know that Tybo stands for typo.
I really didn't. Okay. All right, so number 2 asks us to subtract those 2 numbers. So since we already did all the work over here, I wasn't going to do all the work all over again. But you can. So since we did all of the converting here, I can just bring these 2 numbers down over here and subtract. What if we did not do all of this work over here? Would it be this easy just to subtract 2 numbers with, or 2 fractions with different denominators? No, you would have to do all of this work, right? The only difference is I do what instead of add?
Subtract.
Instead of subtracting. Moving on. Let's look at number 3. Okay, so number 3 asks me to add a fraction and a mixed number. But they have different denominators, so what do I need to set up?
The multiple chart. Oh, Tybo. Or
Touchdown. There we go. Touchdown. Okay. And what did I tell y'all to do with the whole number?
Put it away until you're done with the fraction.
Put it away until you're done with the fractions because, you don't want to start with the whole. You want to start with what you already have. So we go ahead and move that over. And that was the first thing that we did. And then, so we're left with this because we moved the 2 over here. But since we're still dealing with fractions with different denominators, what do I have to do? Pretend you do not hear that announcement because I'm not recording this video again. Okay, so sorry, Ms. Gomez has recorded this video a couple times and it is not going to happen again. So we do not have that number because we moved it over to the side and we created equivalent fractions right here. And you should sit over here and do all of this math. And y'all need to stop laughing. Stop it. So then we just bring our whole number down because we don't have another one to add it to. And then we add the
numerator.
But we keep the
denominator.
the same. All right. But then what is this called right here?
Improper fraction.
And we had to change it to a
proper.
Mixed number.
There we go. So then we move our 2 over, and then we change this to a mixed number, which is 1 and 13 over 24. So then we add these two together, and there we go. We get that. Okay, so all of that should have been review. So let's move on to the new thing. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so I ask you to subtract these two numbers. And you notice, can you take 21 away from 16?
No, you'll get a negative number.
You'll get a negative number, and that is not what we want. So when you can't when you're just doing regular adding and you can't subtract from a number, what do you do?
Borrow.
Yes, we borrow. We borrow money. We don't steal it, right? So we're going to change that 2 to a 1 because we're borrowing, right? And borrowing in a fraction is a little bit different. We have to borrow a whole. So if my denominator is 24, how would I represent that as a whole?
24 over 24.
Very good, because 24 over 24 is what?
A whole number.
Is a whole number. So we don't add the denominators, do we? No, those stay the same, right? But we add the numerators. So then we're going to come over here. We have 1. We added these two to get 40 over 24. And now we can do some subtracting. So 1 minus 0 is 1. 40 minus 21 is
19.
And our denominator is 24. Okay? So again, we borrow a whole number when we cannot subtract the bottom numerator from the top denominator. The top numerator. Tristan just looked at me kind of funny.
Tristan?
I'm not Tristan.
Brianna.
And
Taylor.
thank you for including my name in the video.
You're very welcome. Okay, it's been a long day. It's been a long day. And now my mother's calling me. Anyway, so number 5 asks us to add all of these things up. Okay, bye.
Bye, video.
So, Brianna, can we add all these numbers right here? If they all have different denominators.
No.
What do we have to do?
Make common. You have to find a common denominator.
By using?
LCM.
Very good. So, we're going to do a lot of work down here to find our LCM. Don't stop at 12 because 12 is only a least common multiple for 3 of the numbers and not all of the numbers. So when we sit here and we keep on going, we get 24. So again, here we go, creating our equivalent fractions. Remember, if you do it to the bottom, you have to do it to the
Top.
Fabulous. We do the same thing here, and we do the same thing here. We move this 2 over at first, right? Because we want to do what to our whole pieces?
Save it for later.
That is right. So we go ahead and add all of our whole numbers, and we only have 1, so we go ahead and bring that down, and then we do what to the numerators?
Do the same thing that you did to the bottom.
We add the numerators,
Oh.
and we keep the
Denominator.
same. So then we add it all up, and then we get 63/24. Is that okay?
No.
We need to change that, don't we?
Yes.
So we bring our 2 over. We change this. Oh, you can't see where I'm pointing my finger. We change this to 2 and 15/24. So we add these together. Now, 15/24. Let's think about that. Is that in its simplest form?
No.
Is there a number that can go into both?
Yes.
Is that number 3?
Yes.
Okay, so 3 goes in here 5 times. 3 goes in here 8 times. Boom. Done. Moving on. We're going to go ahead and leave 6 and 7 for you. There is 6. 7 is going to be all you. I'm spent. I'm done. Peace
Bye.
out.
Bye.
Have a great night.